Hello gamers, welcome to another video, and today with 2023 wrapping up, I thought it would be fun to go through all the PlayStation 5 games that I loved the most this year, as there was a lot of games that I played this year, and you know, out of all of them, there was 5 that really stood out to me the most, and today we're going to go over them. So if you liked any of these games throughout the year, let me know down in the comments down below what your favorite was. But if there were some of the ones that I'm about to name are your favorite, also let me know. So let's get into the first one, being Street Fighter 6. Now, it feels like I can't really speak on this game too much because I only played a half of the game that is really good, which is the open world created character story mode that they had. It was pretty much a more advanced Final Fight, the PS2 game that came out years ago, and the being able to create your own character and go in this very little but vast open world area where you could change out your different move sets, learn different styles from masters and everything else was so much fun and enjoyable. It made me really like the story mode. It really spoke out to me. There were some moments in the story mode that really would frustrate me, and it's only because I didn't really understand the new mechanic that was in the game. And once I started to really understand how the game was supposed to be played and what they were trying to teach me, which essentially is teaching you how to play the game for when you go online. But for me, who had no intention of jumping online and playing a few matches, because I'm not that great at fighting games, but I do love a good adventure mode, so I had to get it. And as I started to learn more of the mechanics, the game became a lot more fun. I think the only thing that I wish that this game did more was have more options for hanging out with your teachers, more simulations. They do have some of that in a somewhat way where you can talk to your masters and do stuff and give them gifts and whatnot to increase your bond with them. But I wish they would elaborate that on more things you could do with them. Go on dates, go on a walk through the park, walk in the city with them, something. Maybe in a future update they might do that, who knows. But for what it was, this was one of my favorite games for the year, and it was a great game. I just wish I was good enough at the game to enjoy the other halves of the game. But, you know, there is going to be the DLC crossover with Spy Family, so maybe I might revisit this in the future. The next game that really spoke out to me, that I just have to talk about, one of my favorite JRPGs of all time, which is Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion. That is a mouthful, but this is pretty much a remastered. Some people say it's a remake, but it's more a glorified remaster of the original PSP game of Crisis Core. And this is essentially the prequel to Final Fantasy VII. All the events that happens within it starts from this game particularly, and you follow Zack, the main character, as he goes through trying to become a soldier, a very big hero in Shinra and everything else. And it's a very emotional story and a good telling. I love Zack. He's such a charismatic, fun character to look at and just enjoy when he's on screen. He definitely steals the show for the entire time he's on screen. And then, you know, you see other characters that you love, from Sephiroth and Cloud, and just seeing how they became who they are within the game afterwards. And then just seeing the relationship between Zack and Aerith is always very sweet and very cute, and just a lot of cool moments. And I think they really put a lot of, you know, quality of life improvements to this game, because when the game originally came out, it didn't really have that warm of reception as, you know, the one big thing was the roulette system in this game. But with this one, they definitely refined it and made it better and not as tedious to play when you were using it. Because like the only way for you to level up most of the time was through the roulette, and it was have to land on a jackpot, which is 777, to make you level up. And it was like a very tedious way to do it. But as you went on, there was like side quests you could do to make you a little stronger and everything else. So it definitely made the game a lot better. And at the end of the day, it's Final Fantasy VII, and I do enjoy it. And if you want to learn more about Final Fantasy VII and the world that the game has for Final Fantasy VII, I would definitely recommend this if you haven't played it already. It's on PS5 and Switch, so you can play it on either console, and it's still a great experience, so definitely recommend. The next game that is on the list. Now, this was my second favorite game of the year so far until another game came out, but I'm actually still playing through this game, so it could change later after the video. I don't know. It's still hard to say, and that is Ys 9 Monstrum Nox. And this game is my first ever dive into the Ys series. It's my first ever Falcom game because I never really played this or Trials at all ever when I was growing up of playing JRPGs, and it's honestly a shame that I never played this game before because this game is such an amazing game. I just like the charismatic between the different characters and the fact that you have these different teams and characters that you can use within the game, and you get to utilize their powers, which I'm starting to learn that. I just got to the third character where you can use the character to fly and everything. I'm not trying to spoil this game too much for people who haven't had the chance to play it, but for the fact is I really love Adol as a character, even though he's a silent protagonist in a way, and in the other characters with Krisha and Hawk and all the other characters that go along with the game. I think this game has a really good story and a premise, and the action and the combat in it is really good. It can be clunky at times, but overall, when you put everything together, it is such a fun game. And then you have these other like small details of building up a town and unlocking the town and seeing all these vast new places within the same area, which can be really boring at times. But as you build the city up, it starts to become more lively and fun and interactive, and it's just a fun, really put together game, and I cannot wait for Ys 10 Nordis when that comes out. But as I continue to play this game, I will let you guys know more about it and how I feel about it. But as of right now, it is my third favorite game on the PS5 for right now. And then my second favorite game that I know a lot of people are going to be upset that didn't win the Game Awards, if you know where I'm going with this, is Marvel Spider-Man 2. Now, this is a game that I was anticipating for a long time. It definitely was one of my most anticipated games, and there's not much else I can say about this game that you don't already know. Unfortunately, it didn't win any awards at the Game Awards, but none of that matters because it's still a great game and a fantastic game. You get to play between Miles and Peter in this adventure, and both of them carry the story whole. There's a lot of other characters that you can play and interact with within the game, and there's so many great highlight moments and shock moments that just, it's just, oh my god. And not even the most important part, I know I'm gonna say the meme of all, it makes you feel like Spider-Man swinging around the city of New York, and just with all the different swinging mechanics you can do, and just how free you can feel the game you have for swinging around the city. It's just such a fun time just to swing around the city. I've done that plenty of times. If I'm just chilling and vibing and I just want to play a game just to zone out and just not really mind anything else, this is the game I go to, where I'm just swinging through the city, flying, mechanics through the air, zip lining through all the different buildings and stuff, stop a couple people from doing bad stuff, and then you keep moving on. The transitions to this game from swinging from building to building, flying through the air, switching from Peter to Miles is so fluent that it makes it so seamless, and it just feels fun to play. That's the most important. It's fun to play. Sure, it does have its glitches at times, but at the end of the day, it's a great story, a great game, and if you haven't had the chance to play it, I highly recommend it. No, despite all the memes of fans not being so excited that Baldur's Gate 3 beat it out, which I also think is a great game. But regardless of the fact, Spider-Man 2 is an amazing game, no puns intended, and I think you should definitely pick it up if you haven't done so already. It's a beautiful game, and my second pick for my favorite game of the year. And then the last game should be no surprise. If you're a fan of this channel and a fan of me, you already know my favorite game of all time, my favorite game series of all time, and it's no surprise, and that is Atelier Ryza 3, the conclusion in the Ryza storyline, which there's so many words that I could say about this game in particular, that it was such a beautiful, massive, beautiful experience that I just still to this day can't believe I was able to actually finish. And when I did finish, I felt complete, but also sad that the journey is going to be over. I watched Ryza, I played with Ryza and grew with her as the games came out, and just seeing all the characters between Lint and Claudia and Lint and, you know, Toe and all the other characters, just seeing them become who they are and achieve their dreams and go on this, you know, grand adventures through 3 different games. It was just such a beautiful experience to see. And then this game just did things that was just out of the realm that I just didn't expect that this game could do. The game was massive, and I'm still playing through it. I didn't even get the chance to play through all of it because there's so many different open world experiences that even doesn't even attain to the main story, that you could just enjoy the world of Ryza in general. You're just going out helping people, and as you help people, you see the world get better in a way. Like, you actually do certain things that makes the world change. Like, there was a part in the side quest that I didn't do in the main storyline where you could build a hot spring, and then you get rewarded for it with outfits, and that's really cool. I mean, I know it's kind of mundane, swimsuit outfits or whatever, but at the end of the day, I love that, you know, when I did something that I didn't expect anything about it, eventually I got rewarded for my curiosity. And I just like the game of Atelier for that, is that this game is a whole game about curiosity. What does this do to turn out to this? And that is just the whole idea for the entire franchise, is that you're just building off of curiosity. There's an alchemist who is curious about the world, who's curious about alchemy, and she just wanted to learn about it. And then as you go through, you learn even more things as the world is expanded to you. It feels like you're learning to be an alchemist along with her. And I just love this game a lot. It means a lot. I still play it to this day. I'm still trying to beat everything and 100% everything, which I think is going to take some time because the game is very massive for itself. And what a game. If you haven't had the chance to play the Ryza trilogy, I highly recommend it. It's a great place to start for any new Atelier fan who is curious about the franchise. And I swear, with the Ryza games, they only gotten better with each game. And as the games continue to come out, I feels like new Atelier games are going to do even more massive, like with, you know, Atelier Resurrena that's going to be coming out for the mobile. I know it's going to be mobile and a gacha game, but I still think that game is going to have resonance off of this game. And then future games that comes out is going to be even better from that point. So I'm definitely looking forward to the new adventure, but I am sad that the Ryza trilogy storyline is over. But who knows? Sophie 2 got a new edition after the 3 games came out for the Dutch trilogy. So maybe Ryza might show up in a game that's not Resurrena later down the line too. Who knows? I mean, it feels like they're definitely going to do more with Ryza. Ryza was definitely too popular not to do more things with her, with the anime and all the merch and figures and stuff. So I definitely feels like Ryza is going to be around for a while, at least for the next couple years. But it's going to be sad when the next one comes out and then she's going to get kind of replaced. And I love her. I mean, Verona will still always be my favorite for the Atelier series, but I think I'm denying myself, man. Ryza just, as her name says, rose to the occasion, you know? But that is my top 5 favorite games of the year. Of course, there were so many other games to talk about and that happened this year that I played and rediscovered as I went through this year, but I only could have so many that we could talk about within this video because I don't want to make this video too long. But as the new year comes out with all the new JRPGs coming out, from Persona 5 Persona 3. I'm so confused about all the Persona with all the new games coming out with Persona 3, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, and so many other games that's coming out next year. I am so looking forward to the next year of JRPGs for the PlayStation 5 and other consoles in general, for the Switch and PC and all that. And I would love to know what you guys played during this year and what are you looking forward to for the next year. If you guys want to know my games that I'm most anticipated for 2024, click this video right here and you'll definitely see all the videos of me talking about that. And then with that being said, I really do appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for watching me this year. This year I took a lot of different chances and experiments on my channel and myself on how I want to go about doing things, and I feels like I have a nice happy medium on what I want to do most for my channel moving forward. So I hope you guys look forward to all the new videos that comes out. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video next time. Deuces.